Today we're going to be making some chicken saltimbocca. I'm going to start by peeling off my parsley leaves, and then I'm going to roll them up tight into a little bundle. Just need about maybe half a cup or so. Just getting these separated. That should be good enough. Now I'm going to make my little bundle by gathering all of the parsley leaves, rolling them up, and taking my chef's knife and doing a nice chiffonade. There we go. Get these scraped up. I usually take out the larger bits. I don't feel like re-chopping it. Scrape these up and get them off the cutting board. Now I'm going to butterfly my chicken. I know I did a really bad job. Please don't come for me. I will try harder next time. That one's not too bad. And now I'm going to separate all of the pieces and lay them out on the cutting board, and then I will season the chicken with salt and pepper. I usually do a medium grind on my pepper and salt. And here I'm using some gray Celtic sea salt. Like to rub it into the chicken, and then everybody gets flipped over, and we'll do the other side. Pepper, and we'll do some salt on here too. There we go. Rub that into the chicken as well. Now we're going to add our prosciutto onto the top of our chicken. And each piece of chicken gets one. Just fold in your prosciutto so that it fits better on top of your chicken. I like to leave a little bit of overlap of the chicken so it's not completely covered in prosciutto. Just a couple more pieces left. And last one. After we add the prosciutto, we're going to be adding our sage leaves. And my sage leaves are kind of small, so I'm using 2 per chicken. I wish I had bigger leaves, but they're little babies. And then I'm going to secure my sage with toothpicks, just poking that through the chicken and the prosciutto. There we go. Just a few more here. Last one. Done. Next we are going to be dredging our chicken in our gluten-free flour. And I'm doing 3 at a time because that's what fits in my pan. And then pat your chicken to get off the excess and set aside the chicken. All right, 2 more to go. Pat them as well. Last one here. Alright, we are ready to fry. In my pan I've got olive oil. I'm going to add about a tablespoon of butter. Let that get nice and hot before we add our chicken. Get the butter melted. Okay, we're gonna add our chicken and it's gonna go in prosciutto side down. Let that get nice and golden on that side. And then once it's ready, we will flip it over. Should be about 2 to 3 minutes per side. Okay, should be ready to flip. Looks good. And looks good. So we'll let them cook about 3 to 4 minutes longer on this side and take them out of the pan when they're done. Next, chickens. Remove from the pan and then we'll do our last chicken. So next we're going to be making our brown sauce. I'm adding chicken stock, not white wine, because I just didn't have any white wine. So I just used chicken stock. I'm scraping up all of the brown bits from the bottom of the pan. I'm going to let this simmer for a little bit so that it can reduce. I'm just going to get my butter ready real quick. I'm just whisking it occasionally just to get it hotter faster, I guess. I added in salt and pepper. I don't recommend adding in the salt because mine turned out a little bit too salty for my tastes, but it was still edible. I just wish I didn't add that salt to the brown sauce. Give it a nice whisk. Okay, should be just about ready to melt in the last bit of butter here. Whisk in this bit of butter so that it gets melted and incorporated. There we go. Now that the butter's incorporated, I'm going to add my chicken back to the pan, all pieces. There we go. And I'm going to bring this to a simmer. See how it's nice and bubbling? I'm going to put away my butter real quick. Just going to scoop some sauce on top of the chicken just so the tops don't get dried out. And I do temp my chicken. I temp it to 165. So that's the goal that we're doing here. That's what you see. This little metal thing is attached to my thermometer. And if a piece is done before all of the other big pieces, I take it out and we're ready to top it with some of our parsley. Ta-da! Chicken Saltimbocca.